Hi, this is Amy Shapiro from Mayapack Library coming to you from my house. So actually my like deck instead because I can't find a quiet place. So I am here today to talk about Creativebug, which is a Putnam County Library's paid um, account. So if you're any if you're in any of the Putnam County libraries, you can access this with your library card. So I'm going to walk you through how to do that today. So let's get started. So the first thing is, what is Creativebug? So who decides if you're creative? You do. That's actually something that I found on one of the inspiration videos, and it's all of these artists who get paid to do art now, and they were told at some point in their career or some point in their education that they were hopeless, and they decided to do it anyway. You don't have to listen to anyone if you don't if you don't think you're talented, it doesn't matter. You're doing it for fun. So, with that said, please do some of these things. They are fun, I promise. So, let's get started on how we would sign in. So, I took some of this from some of these pictures are screenshots, and some of them are from the Creative Bug Getting Started video, which is like a minute long. So, I wanted to give us a little bit more detail, but I will share that too because it's a great quick refresher. So you can see at the top, this is like a screenshot from my account. So it says Putnam County Libraries and Creative Bug. So the first thing we're going to do is enter our library card and our library PIN. So this is what you use every time you're using one of our library services to sign on initially, even if you have to make a new account within it, which again, Creativebug is one of those. So we'll be going through that. So this is just what you use, like the card number and the PIN when you're like placing a hold for a item or something like that. That's the PIN we're talking about. If you have any trouble with that, you are always able to email ask us at mayapacklibrary.org, or you can contact the number 845-628-2009, and you can leave a message if somebody is not picking up the phone. But you can leave a message and someone will contact you about it. So I'm entering my card number. We're pretending this is actually from the video, so it's somebody else's card number. And then success. And then it tells you to create an account or log in. So we're going to look at what it looks like to create an account. To log in, you're just going to use, the email address or login name and password to sign in. So that's not too hard. So this Taylor Highland is creating an account. So they're going to submit it. And you can see at the bottom, you see library card number and PIN, and then this little arrow that says create login. This is just showing you where you are in that account creation process. So it's nice and helpful, but if you don't really pay attention to it, that's okay as well. So I'm going to pretend I'm going to change my slide on my PowerPoint presentation. And here's Taylor Highland's information. You don't have to put in a lot of this. So I don't think much of it is required. It doesn't have like the little asterisks or anything. I'm trying to remember what I even put in. But I would caution if you're putting in just pretend information, if you lose your password or something, that's going to be a problem. So if you want to limit the information, that's fine. If you don't want to necessarily use like all of your like correct information, I can't advise against that. Just make sure you have it written down or you're going to create a problem for yourself. So, and then once I've done that first part, I can personalize the profile. So what I really enjoy is want to learn and know how to. So, I am a very, very beginner sewing machine user. So I can say I'm interested in sewing. I want to learn sewing. And I can also say, like, I know how to sew or I know how to knit or quilting. None of those I do actually know how to do. But I can give specifics on what I want to learn and what I already know. So it can give you some more advanced stuff. So now I'm at the end of my slideshow. I'm just going to switch over to my live account where I'm signed in so that we can see what that looks like. So here I am. And so you can see I am signed in because I'm not seeing that sign in page. I can also see that it is Putnam County Libraries plus Creativebug. I'm going to just open up quickly another screen to show you how on our website you can get to it. So I'm just at mayapaclibrary.org and I'm going to scroll down a little bit and then there's Creativebug and I can just click on that. If you try to just go to like creativebug.com or whatever the website is, it's not going to understand that you have a library card that you need to sign in with first. So just go through the Mayapack Library site or whatever Putnam County site you use. That's fine. Any Putnam County library should have a link to that. I just know where Mayapack's is, so that's what I go with. So the first thing you see is see latest classes here. So that's any new classes will kind of show up there. Um, and if you just scroll down, you'll find projects. Everything looks interesting. I can't do half the stuff on here without some extreme learning, but I watch the videos anyway because it's really cool. So I'm going to just actually click on see latest classes here because it's just a nice way to get to the main site. Um, so you can see I have a lot of just right off the bat, I have a lot of things that I can look at. And it's in no real particular order, so that's not all that helpful. Let's say I want to look for a sewing class, though. I can just put in sewing, hit, oh, and it actually gave me a suggestion, and I clicked on it accidentally. So I'm just going to hit sewing, and now I'm going to get like everything sewing. Drawing with thread, you're going to get some things that don't necessarily fit, which is fine because there's another way to do this. At the bottom, there's load more, and you can see more of these suggestions. I totally want to make one of these things. I'm just working up the nerve right now. So, if you hover over classes, if don't click, just hover. So if I move away, it disappears again. Um, and I'm just gonna click on sewing because I'm just gonna pretend I know how to sew really well today, and that's gonna be what I'm doing. So